This video is sponsored by scdkeys.com. They've got great deals on all kinds of games as well as PC software. Specifically, they've got Windows 10 Pro OEM for just $14, so if you go on their site, type in Windows 10, you'll find it available right now. You can buy it, and you can take advantage of the promo code CM1 to save an additional 10%, so you'll be getting it a little bit cheaper. You can decide on your method of payment, check out, and bam, there you go. Now you've got Windows 10 a little bit cheaper. SCD Keys also has a fantastic deal on Office 2019 Professional. They've got it down to $64.61, and remember to use the code CM2 to save a little bit extra on top of that great deal, and you will be saving a lot. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. NVIDIA has launched the RTX 2070 GPU, and the general consensus seems to be a rather disappointing one. If you compare the 2070 and take a look at its price and then compare it to some of the 10 series GPUs and then look at those GPUs' price, it looks like the 10 series GPUs do have an upper hand in terms of price to performance, but at the same time, of course, the 2070 does have that ray tracing benefit, but I'm sure if you're just buying a 2070, that's probably not something you're looking to take advantage of anyway. Also, Discord's game store is now up and it is in beta, yet another game store for people to utilize, and once again, another competitor for Steam. This is something I've been talking about recently, but the PC game market is starting to get a little bit more segmented. A lot of the games available on the Discord game store are available on Steam, but based on what I know, this is another opportunity for some sort of partnerships to occur. On one sense, it is good, but for the gamer, it might not be the best thing in the world. Also, I do want to take a look at a couple of new PC game releases in the last day. I think I'm just going to do this whenever I do one of these videos, that if there are a couple of releases that I want to shine a light at, I'm going to do that, and we'll be doing that more and more in videos. I'll be taking a look at the price, the description of the game, what I know about it, because I obviously can't play everything, and today, neither of these games I've played, but that's because I don't think they're worth the full price that they're being listed at. One specifically I think is a little bit overpriced, but we'll talk about that at the end of this video. First, let's talk the 2070. Now, if you guys don't know, the RTX 2070 is coming at a relatively hefty price of $499. The Founders Edition will land for $599. For comparison, I believe the 1070 launched at $380, and then the Founders Edition was $450, so a significant jump up from that. And based on Tech Report, the 2070 is beating out the 1070 at 1440p with about 33% better performance, 35% improvement for HDR gaming, and honestly, that isn't that great given the hefty price. If you guys don't know, 1070s are not that expensive anymore. They are still available to buy, and they are very, very cheap. I saw a 1070 the other day on EVGA's official website, and it was available for $290. That is half the price of the Founders Edition version of the RTX 2070. That's pretty crazy, and it's only offering 33% better performance, and based on the numbers, it looks like the GTX 1080 does outpace the 2070 by a little bit, and the most that I would pay for a 1080 is around $400, but usually you can find a 1080 for like $350 to $380. That's a regular price that a 1080 is available for. Best case scenario, I've seen 1080s as low as $320 to $330, but that's few and far between, so I wouldn't take that as its regular price. But $350 to $380 is very, very common for a 1080, and $400 is absolute max that I would pay on a GPU like that. So the 1080 is considerably cheaper than the 2070, and the performance numbers isn't all too different. And if you want to compare the 2070 to the 1070, well, you can't do this thing where you look at the 1070 as a $380 GPU. That was the price back when the 1070 was released. You can't retroactively apply that price to 2018 because that's just not the case anymore. Again, a 1070 is not that impressive anymore, and the 2070, based on the numbers that I've seen thus far, is pretty disappointing. Now, I still like the release of this GPU because it adds another GPU to the market, and I still imagine some people are going to buy it anyway and get rid of their 1070s, and that's going to drive the price of a 1070 even lower. So even though the pricing might not be the best, just getting additional GPUs on the market, I think that is going to positively impact GPU pricing as a whole, but the 2070 specifically, I don't think is anything to write home about. Moving on from that, yes, Discord has officially launched their game store, and they've updated their terms of service to support the new Discord store. It is in beta right now, so bear that in mind, but I think this is a pretty important launch because this is Discord. Just about every PC gamer at this point uses Discord, And I feel like for an indie developer, signing an exclusive deal with Discord to bring out their game maybe exclusively first on Discord and then bringing it out to other platforms down the line, I think that's a very good idea because Discord is just going to give you that inherent promotion. What if you click on Discord and then there's a promotion for this game coming out? It's exclusive to Discord. Yes, you're going to be losing revenue on that end because it is exclusive to Discord, but the fact is you're getting all of that promotion, and I think that would be very, very important. I don't know specific numbers as to how many people use Discord, but I imagine it is a gigantic gigantic portion of the entire PC gaming community. Right now, they already have some games listed, including Subnautica, Bad North, which is a first on Discord title, Sinner's Sacrifice for Redemption, a first on Discord title, and Sinner's Sacrifice for Redemption is a game that's been gaining some anticipation recently. So for Discord to acquire games like that right from the get-go, I think that says a lot. And how is this going to impact the PC gaming market in 6 months, a year, 2 years? Could the Discord game store be another competitor in this ever-evolving PC gaming world? That is yet to be seen. But I do think there's a good chance for that, and I do think a lot of indie devs are going to jump on board just for that inherent promotion. And all you really need is for that one game to catch fire on Discord, one game to get as popular as, say, a Rocket League, or a game that's just streamed by a ton of people on Twitch, and then you're just gonna have people flocking on over to Discord. So this is something to definitely keep an eye on. As I've been saying, a lot of games are now moving to separate platforms. We know that Fallout 76 is gonna be released on Bethesda's own platform. Stormbreaker, The Witcher Tales, that's gonna be on GOG. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was a Battle.net exclusive. Very interesting time in the PC gaming world, and I think a lot more is to change. Right now, it's in beta, but they've already got first on Discord games. They've already got titles like Subnautica, so it's something that I imagine is gonna pick up a lot of steam in the coming months. Lastly, I do want to take a look at a couple of new PC game releases that have piqued my interest. First, Resident of Fate 4K HD Edition has hit Steam. This is a game that I talked about before, but one disappointing factor about this game is the pricing. $34.99 for Resident of Fate is a little bit excessive to me. I originally had speculated that the game would be $19.99. I thought that would be the perfect price for this game. Right now, it is seeing a 10% off discount, and that promotion is going to end on October 24th, so if you buy the game in the next week, you will save 10%. But based on what I played of Resident of Fate years ago, I wouldn't say that this is a game worth a $31.49 price tag. That's just a little bit too high. And while an interesting game, just knowing how PC game deals work, $31.49 can just get you so many other games. You've got great games being listed at $4 or $5 every day. And at this point, a game that was released 8 or 9 years ago, $31.49 is just a little bit too high for that. This is one I would add to your wish list, keep an eye on it, and then maybe pick it up when it's, say, $14.99. I think that would be a reasonable price for Residents of Fate. At this point, since you're probably going to end up waiting based on the high price, you might as well wait for it to get as cheap as possible.
Get out of the way!
Also, another game that was released is God's Basement. Wanted to mention this because we are in the month of October. It's horror month. And God's Basement is a first-person, narrative-driven, single-player horror game where you uncover the secrets of an afterlife shrouded in mystery. An entity known as the Operator leads you deeper into the fringes of a seemingly eternal purgatory. The game was priced pretty reasonable at $14.99, and once again, seeing a special promotion offered 10% off, so you can get it for $13.49. So far, there are only 23 reviews on Steam, but it is generally positive at 91% reception. And it touts a strong focus on atmospheric tension, 2 main environments, a modern office area, and a house. Includes puzzles and riddles with varying difficulty, primarily a walking simulator, so that's something to note. Another game that I would recommend you to add to your wish list. However, there is a demo available right now, so if you want to check that out, you can obviously download the demo absolutely free.
Your memories from your past life are still probably blurry, but they'll start coming back shortly. For the time being, make your way down through the hallway. I highly advise you not to spend too much time looking around. If anything makes an attempt to get your attention, ignore it to the best of your ability. If you see anything or anyone approach you, do whatever is necessary to avoid contact with that entity. Most importantly, do not, I repeat, do not acknowledge their existence.
So wanted to give a mention to that as well. And that's going to conclude this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the RTX 2070. Is it a GPU you have any interest in, or is that $499 price tag just a bit too high? That's my vantage point. I think $500 is a little bit excessive given the fact of the pricing of the 1070 and the 1080 right now. I just think those GPUs are better options. The Discord game store has officially launched. There are already some first on Discord titles, and another interesting evolution in the PC gaming market that I will for sure be monitoring. And Residents of Fate and God's Basement have both been released on PC. Games that I would add to your wish list. With God's Basement, you can try out a free demo. That's going to wrap up this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, leave it in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.